Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Tito. What's blazing sports? We are here live one more day, closer to Christmas. So, guys, hope everyone have a happy holiday. But right now, this video is about Terence Crawford versus, guys, his name is not popping in my head right now. That is crazy. Oh man. Oh. Still ain't popped in my head yet. But God, man, I can't believe my mind is blank. This is a Monday morning, but it's going to come to me, guys. God, what is up in my head? But let's go ahead through it. Let's do it. All right, so the guy to the right, which I can't think of his name right now, doesn't look like he's as interested in facing Terence Crawford. For whatever crazy reason, he doesn't seem to be as confident that he was when he faced Manny Pacquiao. He doesn't seem as confident when he called out Errol Spence Jr. and when he called out Keith one-time Thurman. And he doesn't seem as nearly as confident when he called out Floyd Mayweather because, matter of fact, he was so confident against Manny Pacquiao, he had props ready for when he wins. He brought a cane, he brought some gloves, and he told Floyd to pick either the cane or the gloves. And guys, the crazy thing is, Floyd did pick. He picked the gloves, but he picked a different opponent. He fought, golly, what's up my mind this morning, guys? I can't think. Conor McGREGor. Guys, golly, it's killing me. This must be like the Monday blues effect or whatever. Things are just moving a little bit slower. But after his win, right, he just fought a pretty good fight. And it really wasn't a truthful, skillful fight between two fighters. It's pretty much a slugfest. I would definitely say he needs to improve on his defense. He was getting hit with a lot of clean shots. Definitely another outing to where no matter who you blame, there was a lot of headbutts, some clashing with both guys bleeding in that fight. And in the post-fight interview, he was asked about facing Terence Crawford. It looks like Bob is setting it up to go down in Vegas. And he didn't really seem as confident. I done a video about that where he was saying, well, if that's what's next, if that's what the people, are asking for, he didn't seem like he had that itch to be like, yes, I want Terence Crawford next. I'm going to show him how it's going to go down. It didn't really seem like he had that itch to scratch that Terence Crawford. And it depends on how you look at it. Some people can say Terence Crawford, hey, take that chance. He's the smaller of the welterweights, but you can be like, whoa, he might be the smaller because you think he's coming up from 140 pounds. But in reality, this guy could be the most skilled, and we don't know how he's going to look at 147 yet. But we do know he unified 140 pounds. This is not going to be no guy we can walk through. This is not going to be a Manny Pacquiao. He's a smart fighter, a thinker, can switch from orthodox to southpaw and give you hell from any position. And then after that, guys, we got some talks about them basically kind of taking shots at Terence Crawford, talking about basically he needs to basically spike up his personality. He's not doing enough of that. And he needs to do this and do that, or be more like, in so many words, be like Bronner or be like Floyd Mayweather, And a lot of times, and honestly, yeah, those things sells, but everyone doesn't have to market themselves like that, especially when you get certain fighters in that spec, because you this type of fighter that you should market yourself like that. No, but in all honesty, when he called out Errol Spence, Errol doesn't market himself like that. Errol Spence, and you talk about people like Andre Ward, those people don't market themselves like you might see a Floyd Mayweather or a Conor McGREGor or an Adrian Broner, and so on with the people that's, talk a lot of smack, doesn't give a fuck what nobody say and promote themselves that way. But I think right now what really is getting them to talk like that, because the Errol Spence fight, that wasn't a give-me fight. Keith Thurman, that's not a give-me fight, especially if those guys are not signed with the same promoter. But when you look at this one, both guys are signed with the same promoter, is an easier fight to be made than any of the other fighters that he was so-called calling out, because you know it's going to be issues. It's just going to be issues. But let's get to the point of the video. I need $5 million to face Terence Crawford. Wow! Wow! To me, you know how many guys that's been champion for a while, how many guys that's been a household name for a long time would love to get $5 million per pop for fighting people like that. You know, heck, I can see if Terence Crawford was getting 5 and 10 and 15 million off the jump, you know, but he's not. And I can see if Terence Crawford was this champion already at 147 and there's a unification, you know, bout or something like that, and you maybe can ask for a little more money, but you know, this is it's a mandatory. You know, Terence Crawford is mandatory for a shot, and also one more thing: if he was already getting paid 5, 10 million, 15 million per fight or something like that, and all of a sudden Terence Crawford is trying to offer him, you know, 400,000, something like that, they're rigging out the fight, then I can understand asking for a little bit more money. Like, oh, wait. I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. I'm not finna take that. But as far as I understand, he only got around 750,000 to fight Manny Pacquiao, and maybe around the same thing for the last fight he just got. So he hasn't even reached $1 million. He hasn't even fought for a straight up $1 million, but yeah, against Terence Crawford to defend your title. Now, how come he didn't demand $5 million from the last guy he fought? You know, because he wasn't scared of that guy. He was confident that there was a fight that he can go out and win. He was confident he can take home that victory. But when he fighting Terence Crawford, it doesn't seem like he is confident. And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not calling Jeff Horn. God damn. Guys, you don't have no idea how, you know, our names just leave you sometime, but it just pops in your head. I'm not calling Jeff Horn a chicken. But he damn sure might love to shit out some duck fried rice every now and then. But I'm just messing around. You know what? Listen, I'm not just saying he's straight up ducking, but it damn sure looked that way. Well, you know what? I guess ducking, avoiding, when you set obstacles so high that you know that can be achieved, and then like a lot of people say, Terence Crawford, just go up there and fight him for nothing and win the belt and fight him and then get more money rematch. Come on, really? Come on. You know, it like they want you to be at such crazy disadvantages. And remember, a lot of times, if you thought that Manny Pacquiao won that fight, or a lot of fights that you thought another fighter won, but they gave it clear to somebody else, that's not always a gimme. Jeff Horn got a pretty good chin. He can take punches and headbutts. That means he got a good chin and a head on him, guys. So it's not always a gimme, especially if the guy can survive. And I'm pretty sure didn't we just get a robbery? Who was that? Somebody just got robbed. That I think the guy that's always was calling out Tank Davis. Didn't we just get a robbery where people thought that it was a clear win and they took it from him? So you think that you're telling Terence Crawford, just go over there, give him 90% of your person. Go over there and fight him in Australia. You know, and then if I'm just saying, guys, Crawford could do what Billy Joe Saunders did this past weekend. Go over there and box this guy up something silly, and he could pull off the win and come back. You know, or he can go over there and let's assume that Crawford boxed him up. He doesn't get the knockout. You think he wins. And once they announce the winner, 115, 113, 114, 114, 115, 113, and still you will flip your motherfucking lid clean off the table. You would look to the nearest guy to you who got a fitted hat on, pop his hat off, watch the wind catch it. You be like, what? Really? And that's it. And that'll be it. You would bitch about it. Just like most of the robberies, You bitch about him. You say it's unfair, but a lot of that shit sticks. It throws to the wall and it sticks. So I don't think Jeff Horn did nearly enough to be demanding $5 million. He's not a cash cow. He's not a he got a win over Manny Pacquiao that a lot of people is suspect about. He just fought a fight to where he didn't even look nearly as good as he did against Manny Pacquiao. He got hit with a lot of clean shots. He did win. He's a champion. I give him props for that. But the only thing I'm asking is the way that you called out Errol Spence, the way that you called out Keith Thurman, the way that you threw that cane at Floyd Mayweather and them gloves at Floyd Mayweather and told him to pick, do that same thing to Terence Crawford. Go over and fight that man in Vegas. Make your payday. You're the champion. Fight to win. If you win, I promise you. Now, if you win legitly, I promise you, people will give you respect. Respect is earned. It's not given. They will give you respect. If you go over there and you fight hard and you lose, you just lost. You lost to the better man. It happens, guys. It happens all the time. I think Terence Crawford will be favored to win because of his skill set, even though he's coming up to 147 pounds. But anything can happen. So Jeff Horn, come down off that $5 million. Maybe that's just some negotiation. Maybe they're saying, let's throw our highest number out there. Let's say if we really want 2.5 million, let's throw $5 million out there on the wall and see what we can counter to come out with. You know, we putting our money out there in public. You don't negotiate in public, but you're already saying $5 million. You know, Bob ain't gonna give you no $5 million. This is your mandatory, so you can't keep avoiding this guy for a long time. Just like when Kell Brook had to eventually fight Errol Spence, they gave him a couple, like little leeways not to, but eventually you're going to have to fight your mandatory, or you have to give up that title. Something's going to have to give. But guys, this your boy T-Dub, what's Players in the Sports. Finally, I remember Jeff Horn's name, losing my mind. Terence Crawford. I want to see the fight go down. A lot of people think Terence Crawford should go over there to Australia. I don't know. But you know what? Jeff Horn is a champion. So I think the $5 million is ludicrous, but he may have to go over there. You know, if he really wants to fight, and obviously ideal might be in Vegas, but if he really wants to fight and he wants to be a champion, he might go to Australia. So I'm not knocking that, but I'm just saying anything can happen. We just hope that if he doesn't knock him out and it comes down to decision, and if majority of people felt Terence Crawford earned the win, we just want him to be crowned that way. If Jeff Horn earns a win, I guarantee you this guy's going to get so much respect, and people are going to look at him like, wow, he really is the truth. He beat Manny Pacquiao. He beat somebody else a lot of people didn't know. Now he just beat Terence Crawford, who unified a division. And a lot of people have Jeff Horn already ranked number one. I guarantee you, if he's already ranked number one, it's going to be like Lomachenko. It's going to be hard to move him from the number one spot, not pound for pound, but the 147-pound division. But that is yet to be seen. Hopefully the fight get made. Let me know what you think about this. T-Dub was Blazing the Sports. Well.